It says this, now Jacob dwelt in the land where his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. This is the history of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, in other words, he's a young man, was feeding the flock when his brothers, and the lad was with the sons of Bilhah and the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought a bad report to them, to his father. Now this is deep too, because these are his half-brothers. So for those of who don't feel like the Bible's relevant, even here in Genesis, we see the Bible discussing the dynamics of blended families. The Bible is relevant. Now Israel loved Joseph. Please don't miss this. This is so powerful. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a tunic of many colors. Watch this. This is so powerful. But when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak peaceably to him. Now Joseph had a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him even more. Now let's pause for a second, because this is a good place to extract another principle. Do you realize the gift you have from your father will attract warfare? The gift that the Father's given you, it will attract warfare. Somebody says, I'm under attack. Things haven't been this hard since I became a Christian. Well, guess what? Because you now know what your gift is. You're on the other team. You're a threat to the kingdom of darkness. The gift that you've received from the Father will attract warfare. What's your gift? It might be a hospitality gift. For everybody present in this room, it's your looks. Turn to your neighbor and say, that brother's preaching now. The gift that you've received from your Father will attract warfare. People will try to minimize it. People will try to despise it. People will say, how will you make a living doing it? People will try to challenge the authenticity of it. It was Joseph's coat that Jacob gave him that sparked the animosity. What's your gift from the Father? Have you identified it? Is it under attack? If it is, that's validation that God's got something great for you. Let me tell you something. If you have a dream in your heart and you can do it all by yourself, it's not from God. It is not from God. If you can do it by yourself without help, without prayer, without being broken, without coming before Him, without refining it, without crystallizing it, that's not from God. He's going to give you something so large, so important, that you're going to attract resistance. So you want to be prepared for that. The gift from your Father will always attract warfare. Notice what it says in verse 5. It says, now Joseph had a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him even more. Drop down to verse 9, Genesis 37:9. Look, notice how many times dream is mentioned. In verse 5, it says he had a dream. In verse 9, it says, then he dreamed still another dream, and told it to his brothers, and said, look, I have dreamed another dream. At this time, the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars bowed down to me. So he told it to his father and his brothers, and his fathers and his brothers rebuked him and said, what is this dream that you have dreamed? Shall your mother and I and your brothers indeed come to bow down to the earth before you? And his brothers envied him, but his father kept the matter in mind. So we see from a very early age, notice it wasn't like the Holy Spirit was running out of adjectives and he said, well, let me just keep using the word dream again and over again because I'm having a brain cramp. No, he's trying to emphasize something. Your gift, your dream, it will attract warfare. You've got to protect it. You've got to guard it. It's been entrusted to you. People will try to challenge it. People will try to question it. The enemy will come to attack it.